got to ask yourself, well, what's the threshold then? What does a number one draft pick? What's the minimum requirement that would have to meet in order to not be considered a bust?
A Hall of Famer.
You see what I'm saying?
So the minimum threshold, I would think, would at least be some All-Stars.
Yeah, you got to at least get some All-Star games.
Hall of Fame is a stretch. Like, I mean, that's not the mark of a bust.
That's the mark of a beast.
I mean, right? Yeah, like you've accomplished many great things if you're in a Hall of Fame, but to say that you didn't waste the
you at least got to get
money,
like 2 All-Star games under your belt, man.
Like prior to this most recent Hall of Fame announcement, would you consider Chris Webber a bust?
No.
Right. So I mean, he just got elected to the Hall of Fame, but I'm saying he was an All-Star many times. He wasn't like a world champion or anything, but he had a definitely sustainable, decent career.
And he was a stat stuffer.
And he led his team. It was him in Sacramento, and everybody built around him.
Yeah. But bust is a big word.
Yeah.
So I think at least one All-Star game, just one.
One is too.
I
mean, because cats makes an All-Star game when
on the dummy because somebody got hurt, and then they put him in.
I mean, not as a reserve. I'm talking about you make the All-Star game
as a starter.
Randolph just made the All-Star game, right? I mean, he's what?
Who you talking about?
Zach Randolph. He made the All-Star game this year, right?
Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph. He retired though.
What's the boy from New York?
Julius Randle. Yeah.
He just made the All-Star game. Yeah, right.
But he deserved it.
He's also probably going to be most improved player.
No, he is. Yeah,
he balling.
Well, he ain't get it yet, but he's going.
No, he got it.
They gave it to him already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
he got most of.
His son came and gave it to him.
Most improved player.
I saw the Jordan Clarkson, John.
Yeah, no, they gave it. His son came and brought it to him on the court.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So he got most improved. So as far as his career goes, he's not going to be looked at as a.
I mean, he wasn't number one overall anyway.
No, but he's not going to be looked at as a bad player. He's on the way up,
and he's still in his 20s. Like, no, you're absolutely right. He's got nothing but time and opportunity in front of him.
But even if he plateaus right here.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
That was good. That was good for the show.
You know, in the hood.
Free ambiance.
It looked beautiful. But even if he plateaus right here, I mean, he still will be.
No, you gotta get it. 2 All-Stars, bro.
See, the whole thing,
bust?
it's all just very
bust is a
opinionated.
negative connotation.
That's the thing. It's
in
not.
order for you not to be considered a bust, for me, if you're pick, and we're only simply talking about not nobody second, third. We're talking about you pick number 1. You at least got to be considered, at least hit 2 All-Star games, bro, to not be considered a bust to me. Like
I think the only people who can use the term bust would have to be owners or people who have money invested in the players. Everybody else is just a fan, and if you've achieved NBA status, you're not a bust. If you
did Kwame Brown make 2 All-Star games?
I don't know. No, I don't think
so he's a bust then. Because you just said 12 years doesn't make him a bust, but then you just said 2 All-Stars. It can't be both. It can't be both.
Listen, you played a good 12 years, but
okay.
Listen, I gotta be 1,000 with you, and don't come running for me, cause I ain't got your bread. But bottom line is this, Kwame. On that factor, I fuck with you. You were a sustainable NBA player, but you were picked number 1. Yeah, bruh.
There comes that expectation with it, man. Shit, it ain't his fault.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just saying, like,
I mean, if it's anybody's fault, it's Michael's. Because he picked him and anointed him the first pick overall, and with that comes expectations.
If you get knighted by King Arthur, then they gonna think you gonna be that bull.
Right. But in his defense, I get it. He came in and wasn't given the real, proper, thorough guidance for a young man to assimilate into what he needed to be.
That is MJ's fault because they should have invested more in him.
And Doug Collins, because Doug Collins used to blame him for every loss.
The Wizards organization should have invested more in him since they drafted him number 1.
They wanted MJ.
A return on their
and they didn't. They just invested money, but they ain't
obviously
invested in him mentally. Exactly.
The potential was there because they took him number 1 out of high school as a kid. The potential, was there because he played over a decade in the league.
Exactly.
So somebody just needed to work with him more, just like I said, see more of a return on the investment.
No, and that's
or maybe not. Or maybe he plateaued, like we were just talking about. Maybe that was all you were going to get out of him from a basketball perspective.
KG coming to the league with him?
So, I mean,
what's that? Did KG come to the league before him?
Yeah,
before Kwame Brown? KG was 95.
Because, KG just told the story about how he got snuck into the gym and he got to play with, MJ and the Bulls, and he held his own.
Yeah, because he
got drafted and became who he was. So if you're MJ and you see a bull who might be like that, and you got money on the line, it might make you think.
Yeah, he might be the next KG, but once you put the ball in his hands and you see him against adults and not the best out of high school, then shit, man, like that might have been the best Kwame Brown we saw playing, and that was all you were gonna get out of him.